Yo, what's up guys? So today I'll be showing off the Mannadium OCG deck and we'll be playing against some hand traps. So I just want to show you guys what you can do in the OCG to play through some of the hand traps. So first we're going to draw a random hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're playing Revolution Synchron in this deck. Comes out in June and it's very good in this deck, especially against something like Droll and Lockbird. Because it allows you to make a high level synchro and you don't need to add anything to your hand with its effect, so that's pretty good. Alright, so with this hand we're obviously going to start off with the field spell, so we'll activate Calarium and then we'll search for a Visa Starfrost. Alright, so we're searching for a Visa Starfrost, adding that. So at this point they'll use Jordan Lockbird most likely. So now we've got a couple of options. So we'll summon our boy Riumheart. Let's just move this Droll out of the way. So we'll summon Riumheart. We can't use the effect. Right, and then we will special summon the Meek. So now we can use our Revolution Synchron's ability in hand, and then we will Synchro summon Ancient Fairy Dragon. Alright, so we'll Synchro summon Ancient Fairy Dragon. So we need to take note of our summon counters. So far we've summoned 3 times. So then we'll use Revolution Synchron in the graveyard. Alright, so we'll send the top card and then summon it back as a level 1. As a level 1 monster. Now what we're going to do is we're going to Synchro summon. We're going to Synchro summon Crystal Wing. Alright, so we'll put him on the end over here. Alright, so we'll Synchro summon Crystal Wing. So at this point we're at 5 summons. But we have a Crystal Wing on the field, so we can just negate Nibiru. Alright, so now you can activate your Visa Starfrost, targeting your Meek. You'll destroy it and you'll put it here. Let's just imagine that this is the center. Alright, so we'll destroy the Meek. Alright, and then we'll trigger Meek, Chain Link 1, and the field spell, Chain Link 2. So the field spell will summon back the level 2 Meek, and then we'll summon another one from the deck. And we will make that one level 4. Okay, so let me just get this level 4. Right, so we'll make this one level 4. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to take your level 2 and Visas, and then you want to make your Visas Synchro over here. Usually we'd add to hand, but we can't in this case because of Droll and Lockbird. So now you have your Riumheart and your Visa Starfrost in the graveyard. So what you can do next is you can banish. Right, so we can banish. So in the OCG they usually just put it underneath the graveyard like this. So you can banish, and then you can summon your vicious Astraloud. Okay, your vicious Astraloud. So at this point we won't use his effect. Now you have some options here. So what you could do is you could destroy the Meek and then summon a level 2 from the deck, and then you could summon Baronne. Or what you could do is you could turn these into a Bishbaalkin and then turn this and that into a Crimson Dragon, and then you can lock out your opponent during their turn. So this time, since we made this level 4, we'll just go into Bishbaalkin. Right, so we'll summon Bishbaalkin over here. So now we have the option of summoning tokens. So what we could do is we could just summon 2 tokens to put 2 tokens on the opponent's side of the field. So the reason you want to do that is you want to prevent your opponent from being able to use Impermanence during their standby phase. So we'll just activate. We'll just give them 2 tokens defense mode, and then we'll have 2 tokens for ourselves. So this is a little bit risky because they might have Nibiru in hand and they might be holding it, but it's okay. Sometimes you gotta risk it. Okay. Alright, so now we'll summon Crimson Dragon in defense mode. Alright, so now we can safely just end our turn, and then during our opponent's draw phase, we'll activate the Crimson Dragon, and then we'll tag him out, and then we will summon Calamity. Alright, we'll summon Calamity, and then we'll trigger Calamity's effect, and the opponent cannot activate any more cards during this turn. Alright, so they can't activate any more cards. So yeah, so that's how you play through Droll Lockboard with that hand. You could also just end on Baronne plus Crystal Wing and leave the Visa Synchro on the field, and leave the Visa Synchro on the field, which is a good option, I think. But this is a much stronger play because your opponent can't activate any cards at all once you resolve Calamity. So in that case, it might be better. So you can still Calamity lock your opponent, even if they Jordan Lockbird you, which is really, really strong.